Brexit and Blexit didn't emerge years apart, they rose almost simultaneously. On opposite sides of the Atlantic, one targeting British voters, the other Black American voters, both framed as grassroots awakenings, both framed as rebellion. But here's the part rarely discussed. In 2016, before Brexit was rolled out to the public, it was already being discussed behind closed doors at the Bilderberg meetings, alongside global stability, nationalism, and political containment. The UK Chancellor at the time was present during those conversations. That same period, Charlie Kirk and Candace Owens traveled to the UK, met George Farmer, and shortly after, he became chair of the Turning Point UK, exporting an American youth political model directly into Britain. So the question isn't whether people voted freely, they did. The real question is who was already positioned on both sides of the Atlantic to guide, shape, and contain the fallout. Brexit, Blexit, Turning Point, Bilderberg, all ended around the same time except for the one that housed and contained the majority. Different names, different audiences, but intertwined systems, moving power, influence, and narratives across borders. That's what's really going on.
A leaked version of a US national security strategy has sparked controversy on both sides of the Atlantic, with claims that Washington could seek to reshape the future of the European Union by working with specific member states and weakening EU unity. The document, described as a fuller, unpublished version of the Trump administration's 2025 national security strategy, includes a chapter titled "Make Europe Great Again." According to media reports, it suggests that the United States should deepen its ties with 4 EU countries. In the strategy, Washington is said to want to pull away from the European Union, effectively weakening the political cohesion of the bloc, while strengthening bilateral relationships with governments that are seen as ideologically aligned. The leaked content goes beyond normal diplomatic engagement. It repeatedly calls for the US to support political parties, cultural groups, and movements within these nations that advocate for national sovereignty and traditional values.